think.
Wait.
Victor up first.
So, here's the deal. The AGI is still quiet, amazing as that is. Rival CGTs are already coming into the arcology to pick the bones clean. We have a chance of true independence here, but we have to act faster than an amped-out feral before some enterprising CGT gobbles up our cluster, and our indent contracts with it. One of the bulb heads you rescued from Malhorst Gelb claims we can funnel energy covertly from the old tokamak down in the deep stink. He says we have a small window of opportunity to do this now, before the reactor is appropriated by some other corporation. I'd rather control the entire tokamak, but we have nowhere near the know-how or equipment to do a property grab like that. You need an AGI for that kind of thing. But if you do this right, the new owners won't notice our little arrangement. I'm not fluent in tech lab, but enough to say that this will be a tricky feral to tame. The bulbhead spoke of installing a double redundancy board through the tokamak ice, soft and hardware. So, you'll have to do this on site. The new owners can't know about the board, or they'll shut it down faster than nug orgasms. We can then use that energy to bolster our automated security systems. I already have a code jockey reworking schemata to allow for that. And let the CGTs come. When the turrets are done, we'll scavenge their stiffs for orcs. Now the bulbhead is just that, completely worthless for anything outside a lab. I want you to handle the practical side of things. Get that tokamak working for us. I've uploaded the particulars to your end. Questions? Yeah, thick enough to fry your neurons solid if you ain't careful. And no wonder you don't want it to be easy to mess with a fucking fusion reactor. CorpSec has always relied on automated security systems to keep order. We're gonna repurpose some of it for our own protection. Those turrets pack a serious punch, but we'll need more energy for it to work. That NG rep talked in the end. They all do. We're still missing 5 indents. All of them worked at the XMAT lab in the ResDev zone. Could be they just up and disappeared at the same time. I don't believe in coincidences, but what can we do? Can't save them all. If we can just prevent the CGTs from grabbing our stack cluster for long enough, our indent contracts will be voided. That's true independence. You ever heard of a corporate grab team? They're specialists, elite. Whenever a corporation collapses, they go in and grab property for their employers. I have no clue how it's done. Wish we could do it ourselves. But you know what wishes are like, right? Right? Yup. Same trusty old RBM-5 fusion tokamak which keeps our stacks lit at night. I know you're a sewage specialist, but that makes you perfect for this job. It's all about valves and pipes and stubborn SIs. Yeah, you know, fighting ferals, avoiding gun turrets, pushing buttons, possibly exposing yourself to lethal doses of radiation. Practical. Good. Let's get it done!
That's good. This nice. One less scumbag. Here's your payout.
This is the feed, and I'm forever your grateful abbot. News reached the feed this cycle regarding the Lodestar Walco arcology. Following a huge bump in Kiroshi deaths among indents, it's been revealed that Lodestar was adding performance enhancers to its freshwater supplies. Lodestar has promised to scale back the dosage following massive indent complaints and even violent protests. I'm not sure what they were complaining about. If only the Ascent group was still around to spike our water. These are intense times for the arcology, and I know many in my faithful audience are struggling. I'm therefore happy to report about the We Shall Overcome Ascender initiative to help ailing indents lacking sustenance or habitation. The Ascenders, these proud former employees of the Ascent Group, are truly adhering to the great corporate values of team, passion, and commitment. They've always put the needs of the Ascent Group before their own. And now they extend this pledge to all fellow indents in the arcology. If you're struggling out there while we await the outcome of this corporate turmoil, you should contact your nearest Ascender Club office. It's like I always say, the worst of times brings out the best in people.
Han och Naja, det är fråga kan vara of economists again. Sorry.
The true cause of the Black Lake Tower flooding has never been determined. Suspects range from an intoxicated indent to a faulty flow valve to a high-level corruption cover-up.
This is the feed, and I'm forever your grateful abbot. News reached the feed this cycle regarding the Lodestar Walco arcology. Following a huge bump in Kuroshi deaths among indents, it's been revealed that Lodestar was adding performance enhancers to...
Aha! These results surpass even my wildest expectations. These little fellows will change the world. You have my everlasting gratitude. I did not foresee them to be so attractive to ferals, but that's science for you. Always expect the unexpected. I've added a little something for you as a reward, as a compensation for the dangers you faced. I thank you. Progress thanks you.
Take pride in your work. This is the feed, and I'm forever your grateful abbot. News reached the feed this cycle regarding the...
Raise energy output. Override distribution hub. Hide modifications from this programmer's SI. Rejoice. End task list.
Refreshing. You should stand down, Indent. We don't want to disintegrate you just yet. Were you trying to create a supernova just now? Because that's what your uninformed meddling with the Taurus containment field would have led to. That your stack boss asked you to do this only confirms his incompetence. Luckily, we are in control now. This tokamak is now the property of Y-Corp. So is your stack cluster, and so is every indent registered there, including yourself. Your indentured contracts have been transferred and renewed in accordance with existing agreements and standard protocol, etc., etc. In short, you belong to us for what remains of your pitiful life expectancy. However, while you have demonstrated an alarming lack of cognitive skills, you have also shown an aptitude for applying lethal solutions to conflicted situations. This might be of some use to Y-Corp. So, we wish to test your abilities by giving you a special assignment. A trial of sorts. Success will raise you above the filthy mass of regular indents, and provide you with certain perks. And you'll be given a chance at earning your freedom. We will set up an operations center in Cluster 13. Come find us there.
The Ascender Club now offers personal defense training. Sign up today. The Ascender Club now offers personal defense training. Sign up today. Message waiting. Message from sender Kira. Stored and awaiting playback.
Indent, we're waiting for you. Don't test our patience.
Rising pollution levels detected.
Let me show you. Hey,
Good-handed. This cut.
Finally, Y Corp is looking to expand its property appropriation division, and you fit the profile. Barely. If you complete our test assignment, you'll be given a position with one of our corporate grab teams, as the indents call them. I detest the term, but it does describe the work we do. We seek out contested property and transfer ownership of it to Y Corp. Sometimes a competing team is after the same property. Then we flatline them. It can be quite satisfying. There are more perks. As a Y Corp CGT operative, you'll have access to select gear, and you'll be covered by a premium Y Corp insurance policy. But first, you have to complete this assignment. We want the complete Ascent Group operations history. It is stored in one of their data vaults. You must locate the correct vault, re-imprint the Vault SI, and upload the desired data to our AGI. Complete this assignment, and you'll get a shot at earning your freedom further down the line. Your success will depend on your brawn trumping your inferior sapien's brain. We expect this will be a considerable challenge. Our comms records show you've already collaborated with that notorious ice fiend Noghead. We suggest enlisting his aid again. Questions? When a corporation defaults on Velez, there is no regulatory body governing its demise. All property belonging to that corporation, we won't burden you with the technicalities, but in short, the process involves imprinting the property governing SI so that it answers only to the new owner. Like the other multi-corps, Y-Corp is looking to rapidly expand its holdings within this arcology. Acquiring the Ascent Group operations history will help us prioritize what property to target next. The Ascent Group also rented vault space to other corporations on Velez. Expect a slew of auto-defenses operating at maximum lethality, as well as rival CGTs looking to protect their corporate data. For the time being, Y-Corp intends to keep a low profile, so you will have to gain access on your own. Yes, SI imprinting is an extremely delicate procedure. Your imp will be bonded to our AGI, which will perform the actual imprinting. We require you to jack in directly to the SI on site, and our AGI will do the rest. And before you ask, yes, Y-Corp has its own AGI. It's a Gen 12, and yes, your access to it will be severely restricted. Y-Corp has certain long-term objectives. If you are instrumental in achieving those objectives, we will offer to void your indentured contract and register you as an independent contractor. You'll be a free being, as much as anyone is free on Velez. Very well. We have taken the liberty of bonding your imp with our AGI through the local data nodes. You should expect a slight performance boost. Now get going.
I like Noghead. He wrangles clean code, crisp and immediate. Like death. Destination marked.
I'm truly your grateful abbot, and this is the feed. As some of you are aware, property rights of everything inside this arcology have become somewhat muddled since the Ascent Group went bankrupt some cycles ago. Rival corporations have sent grab teams to take what they can.
Kanalen. Ukraine tava جبت أكلته. Förmest väst tava ni inne väg i kutni la.
Video. Takos
You again. What does Poon want now? Oh, hang on. Who the fuck is Y Corp? They want you to appropriate an Ascent group data vault. I don't do appropriations, pal. I'm pretty damn good, but that SI would nerf ride my ass before I even got past the outer ice layer. They have their own AGI. I'm not sure you understand, pal. Only the largest multi-corps have their own AGIs, and you tell me your imp is fucking bonded with one? Let me see. Wow. That's some beautiful code. There's a cold elegance to AGI where that us wargs can only dream of achieving. But then I don't get what you need me for. Their AGI can crack open a vault like a Ponto nut. Why don't you have it do that in the imprinting? Both. Y Corp have their own AGI, and yet they want to keep a low profile? Well, whatever. I can get you in all right, but seeing as this is a corporate job, I won't do it pro bono. Again, I gotta admit, I'm real curious about what's going on here. Might be worth helping out just to get some insight, and maybe even link to that AGI at some point. Okay, let's just say you'll owe me for this one. I've revived my comm tag on your imp so we can stay in touch. Best get cracking, my friend. I'm gonna do a deep trawl for anything Y Corp related in the meantime. I wanna know who we're dealing with.
I'm truly your grateful abbot, and this is the feed. As some of you are aware, property rights of everything inside this arcology have become somewhat muddled since the Ascent group went bankrupt some cycles ago.